YouTube? Welcome back to the Adult Algorithm, the How to Adult podcast. I'm so excited to be back. Today's shirt, Ben & Jerry's, baby. We did it. We did the election. We did that. Biden is the president-elect at this moment and time. Ben & Jerry's is an amazing, amazing company that really looks out not just for its people, but for the entire society, really educates the society on things that need to be educated on. Ben & Jerry's, I mean, ice cream is my favorite thing on this whole planet. Milk and cookies, out of this world. Chunky Monkey, top 3. If you guys want to send me some, go ahead, hit me up and I will let you send me some. But yes, Ben & Jerry's is the shirt of the day. I have 3 Ben & Jerry's shirts from Block Island. This is Block Island right here. And it's so funny. It's like my favorite part of going to Block Island, to be honest. And they have 2 in Newport too. So I always love going to Newport. They're like a half mile from each other too. So I'm like hitting both up. Anyways, I'll stop exposing myself. But yes, go support Ben & Jerry's. Go support, everything they do. We love you, Ben & Jerry's. You are absolutely amazing. Let's get into the episode. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Adult Algorithm, the How to Adult podcast. And I'm your host, Jasmine Johnson. That feels so good to say. After like 2 weeks, I'm so glad to be back. It's been a good 2 weeks off, but I'm ready to jump right back into the game. So much has happened since the last time you've heard my voice, but again, I'm glad to be back, and I am so ready to put out these amazing episode ideas in the next coming months. I'm really excited. You guys should start to get excited. But I'm not going to reveal any of our secrets yet. But I did want to also let you know our Adult Algorithm, our AA team, is doing amazing so far. Everyone is just so fun. Like when we're together, like we get no work done because we just talk so much and have the best time, even over Zoom. So it's really nice being able to, talk to people you don't talk to every day. And having like all your friends get to know your other friends, like all your worlds colliding, and it's awesome. So our team is doing really well, planning some really awesome stuff for the next coming months. Sorry if you hear any yelling in the background. If you know me, you know I live in a house with 1 billion people. But I'm really excited for today's episode. It is episode 8. Can't believe 8 episodes are out already. We are talking about entrepreneurship, and we are welcoming back Diamond, who is a brand owner who has owned businesses in the past and is doing really well in the business she has right now. So I'm really excited for you guys to hear a little bit more about her journey. And also, since we've talked, our last episode was out about BLM. In the last 2 weeks, we have found out that Joe Biden is our president-elect. When I tell you, I was like living on CNN for like those days when we were not finding out. I've learned a lot. I've also learned a lot about mainstream media. I've learned a lot about more than I thought about, politics than I have in the past couple months. So that is a really good plus from this election. But Biden is our president-elect, and in January he will be elected as of right now. I mean, it's insane. Going back to when we recorded the Vote for Your Life episode with Ryan, in that moment, I really did think that Trump was going to get reelected. And I had, I was trying to manifest that Joe Biden was going to become president, but really in the back of my head, I really thought that he was going to pull it off, that he was going to get another 4 years, and that I was just happy that I voted for my rights. And, the people in those states that were so close and are still so close, saying that your vote doesn't matter in the end, in the Electoral College, your vote matters, and it mattered, and we showed up and we showed out. So I really just want to thank everyone that did vote, and, that really took that time to get your word out there. I just can't believe that's huge. In the past 2 weeks, that's the biggest thing that happened. But I'm really excited. I just wanted to mention that because obviously that's the most exciting thing going on. Best thing in 2020 so far. but I really appreciate everyone and their feedback on the last 2 episodes I did have. But now we are getting back into our regularly scheduled program of the adult algorithm, and how to really become an adult, transitioning from that adolescence into adulthood, making sure that you are prepared when you are thrown in the deep end of adulthood, whether it's going into college, whether it's going to the workforce right away. So if you're new, that is what our podcast is all about. And welcome, and I'm really excited for you guys to hear our episode. So Diamond is back and better than ever.
Okay, by popular demand.
Yes, for another episode. Y'all just loved her so much.
Okay, period.
Yes. So do you want to kind of talk about your entrepreneurship journey thus far?
Oh yeah, let's get into it. Cool. So hang on. I'm Diamond J. Tevye. I'm the CEO and founder of Diamond Bijou, an authentic, multifaceted brand. So we specialize in handmade skincare and beauty, as well as quality apparel and custom apparel.
Yes, ma'am. Look at that.
So, okay, listen, they can sleep all they want to. You know what I'm saying? Don't. So a little bit about like my history and what qualifies me to do my business and run my brand. I have 15 years of retail experience. First job was in retail when I was 14, and that was a blast. I was like, oh my God, I can make my own money and spend my own money on clothes to look cute, to go back to work, to make more money, to spend it again. Yes. So I've been doing that.
Vicious cycle.
I've been doing that a good majority of my life. I'm also an esthetician. I'm not licensed because I do not practice, but I am still a skincare professional. And that has been for the past 5 years. So I take skincare, skin health, and wealth very, very seriously. As you can see, I do not play about my body, skin on point. So I have always been drawn to entrepreneurship because I honestly, and like in my heart, working so young, I really didn't like working for people. I used to be like, oh, you want to tell me what to do? You got to tell me when to take a break. Ugh, you get to tell me when I leave, and you sign my checks. So for me, it was always something in the back of my mind. I was like, oh, I don't know, I want to do this forever. But it'll have to do for the time being, so I worked my way up, and I'm currently still in retail. I'm a retail manager for a specialty store in Newport, which is great. But my bosses this time are everything that I ever deserved in my entire retail career. I finally acquired that. And so by having this job, it really inspired me to want to solidify my decision to rebrand my business and really focus on being as genuinely authentic to who I am as a person and what I love and what I know I'm capable of, just by being in the presence of my bosses, because they're both entrepreneurs. They both have their own business, and they're almost 2 years into their business, and they're just flourishing. And being just witnessing being in their store and being able to sell their products on their behalf just shows me that it's possible.
Yeah,
you just have to have the right people around you. You have to have the motivation, and you have to make it happen. A lot of us will say, well, I want to do this and I'm going to do this. That's good. That's so good, girl. Why don't you do it? 2020, if never before, 2020 was the year to start something with the vacation we had.
Vacation.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The vacation we had.
Yep. Exactly.
And the fact that nobody was really able to go back to work until June, we had a whole half of the year off.
Yeah. What were y'all doing?
So you've been talking these past 7 years, talking, girl, I'm gonna do that, girl. Girl, you just wait. You had 6 months. I waited. What you do? Nothing. That's for me. I was like, that ain't finna be me. That ain't gonna be me. So, you know, I did have a previous business. I had Good Finds Boutique, and I did have a brick and mortar store. It was in Pawtucket. But it didn't work out too well because there wasn't enough traffic for me and where I was trying to take my business. So I unfortunately had to close that earlier than I wanted because I was in a car accident. But closing that allowed me to really take a step back and really reanalyze and kind of restructure and rebuild my brand from the bottom up, because Good Finds wasn't me. Diamant Bijou is me.
Yes.
For those who don't know, Diamant Bijou is diamond jewel in French. My name's Diamond Jewel. I'm West African. French is a native language of the countries of West Africa. So
Beautiful.
It was special, near and dear to my heart. Yeah, so it just made me happy because, you know, girl, for my birthday, my man got me this 23andMe kit, and I realized I was way more Black than I thought I was, and I was very, very happy. And I was like, now I gotta get all up in tuned with who I am. Yeah. So I'm 90% sub-Saharan West African. I was like, I'll take it. That sounds so exotic. I'm African, but I'll take, you know, I'm like, I'll take it. So it made me feel good. I started doing my research and just like really getting in tuned with the new me, the newfound me, you know, especially with me like looking into my ancestry. So it's just been like a beautiful experience. And I'm enjoying this, you know, and I take pride in what I do. I'm not like a huge corporation. It's just me.
Yes, ma'am.
But I make all my products with love, and I create my concepts and my everything just off of how I would want to see something if I was on the outside looking in. So my products, my skincare lines, they're near and dear to my heart. So I know it doesn't look like it, but I've always had like crazy combination skin, like always oily right here,
really,
constant breakouts. Yeah, girl, listen, most of the time I stay back like this so you don't see nothing. But like if I'm ever this close to my, you're gonna see my life. So I had been using this other natural skincare products probably for like almost a year, and it was like great, but towards like the last 3 months, my skin started getting really, 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 really dry. Like right here, it was just like I look dusty. My skin was flaky, and I was like, but I feel like what people don't always remember is that the largest organ on our body is our skin, and our skin, it changes every 30 days or so. So with the change of your skin, new skin cells forming, you're gonna have to change some things up, and everything's not gonna work out for you. So I was lucky enough to have this stuff work out for almost a year, but it started to do the opposite. So I just started playing and testing different ingredients that I know worked on my skin. Like I always used to wash my face with turmeric, just with some like, and this is weird, don't judge me. Just with like some clay and some turmeric, and I just give myself a paste on my face, but it brightened my skin. It elevated it. It evened it out, even my skin tone out. And I was like, that's a plus. And I always like creamy cleansers. So I made it my business to make sure that I got something that was creamy, not heavy, not sticky. Not a fan of like overly concentrated, overly fragrance, overly chemical based products. They're very abrasive. They're not meant for your skin. They're meant to sell. And I wasn't interested in creating things that were going to be, you know, like mass produced. I like fully intend just for this to just be me and at some point a small team of making my products by hand. But I think it says something about using natural ingredients for the skin. That is just beneficial and purifying and extremely detoxifying, because we do so much with makeup and we sweat a lot, but we don't take care of our skin. Like, I don't think people are educated enough in skincare, especially to know when to use it, how to use it, and why you should use it.
Yeah.
But like bottom line for my skincare is I use all my products. I do not use anything else to clean my skin. I do not use anything else to give me a skin glow. I put my eyebrows on today and some lipstick and some mascara. But this is my face.
Wow.
But the point is, I'm Ashley, ignore me. The point, see, but I put oil on my face, but now I'm still shiny. You know what? Jesus, only you know. The point is, if you have the education and you are aware of the ingredients and the products you're using for your skin, then at that point you're better able to determine if this is something your body is going to have a negative reaction to.
Yeah.
A lot of people will buy things because, social media influenced their decision, or their girlfriend was like, girl, I got this product, girl, and it's so bomb. It only cost me $94, but girl, it was everything. I used it once, but it did the job. Like, there's so many things wrong with the process of skincare routines, and I think that once people have what they need to have, then it's easy to do that. So
yeah,
for me, it's important for my business and my brand to just provide natural skincare that you know what you're getting into. I always say, like, if you cannot read the first 5 ingredients of a product, there's no way you should be using that on your skin.
no way.
They could be putting poison in that.
Right. How would you know?
There's poison in deodorant.
Oh.
There's aluminum in deodorant. People don't pay attention to that. But we see all these Dove commercials, these degree commercials. Get the antiperspirant because then on odor block in 24 hours. How can you block odor for 24 hours? Naturally.
Ooh. Ooh.
You can't.
There it is.
So, so being an entrepreneur and just deciding to not want to work for anyone else has motivated this journey thus far, because in the end I don't want to do anything but this in the future.
Yeah,
I get a lot of joy from creating products. I get a lot of joy from curating quality apparel. I get a lot of joy from hand dyeing and hand making clothes. Like,
yeah.
I get a lot of joy from putting my love and my personal stamp on products that bring other people joy.
Yes.
So I'm not interested in working for people the rest of my life.
I don't blame you. I do not blame you. And that's huge. I also do not want to work for people. However, I would like to work for a company and work. I think working my way up, as there are no Black women that are running Fortune 500 companies. That's dangerous.
Oh yeah.
That's dangerous.
It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful.
I will be there.
It's white privilege, girl. Yeah, you will.
So it's like I literally love watching you make these products and how much love you put into them, and like you're so right with like what were you doing during those 6 months that we had off, like for real. And that's why I was like, I need to do something, and that's why for me it was the podcast. It was like I need to get people's word out there about these different things. So like I just love that you are so in love with being an entrepreneur. Like that is so important. And I know even for my students that want to go into entrepreneurship for my UR 101 class, this definitely is going to be so helpful to them. And even people that are afraid to switch to entrepreneurship, this is like so helpful. Like you need to have so much joy to have a successful business. Period.
Honestly. And I feel like there's just a lot of stigma around entrepreneurship, as in like it's stressful, expensive, it's overwhelming, like it's a risk. Okay, just scary.
Yeah.
What is life if you're not taking a risk?
Yes.
You mean to tell me you're not going to go after something you want? If you want a better life for yourself and you have a dream and you're like steadfast on it and you're like, this is what I need to do so I can get to where I want to be. You have to take the risk to do that. It's going to be expensive because you're funding your future. You're utilizing your income to invest in your future. you can't make money unless you spend money.
Yeah.
Like it's a process. You just have to be willing to take the risk.
Yeah.
And I feel like a huge part of entrepreneurship, as well as with the stigma, is that failure is the end all be all. Failure is not the end all be all. I done had 4, 5 businesses already that have failed miserably by my standard, and I've accepted that. Have I just like laid down and been like, oh, my dreams are ruined, I cannot move on, what am I to do? Like, who has time for that? Like, you can't squander in your own self-pity because the first time you tried something, it didn't go according to plan. If you only give yourself one opportunity to perfect something, you're not going to get very far in life.
Yeah.
You know, Aaliyah once said, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. I live by that.
Yeah.
Aaliyah. I live by that. Do you hear what I'm saying? I live by that. Forget the music video. It's that right there. I live by that. And she meant that. And that's how I live by that motto. I don't
She
care.
wrote it for you.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like people have to give themselves the opportunity to fail. And then once you fail, you take a step back, reevaluate your situation, realize where you went wrong and what you could do to resolve that issue, and to make it better. And then you start again.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's just, it's a process. You just have to be willing to take the risk, make that jump, and be patient, because it is a process, especially if you're doing everything yourself. It's the slowest process. And I personally am guilty of putting a lot of pressure on myself to like meet deadlines that are not real. I give myself deadlines, I put it out there, and then I don't meet the deadlines because Satan is busy. And then I'm like, oh my God, why did I even? What is wrong with me? And I self-criticize and punish, and it's like, it's unnecessary. Like, work on your time. This is not a race. This is not a race. This is not a competition. And I feel like another thing is people feel like, oh, there's already so many people doing that. So like, I can't do that. Like, in my heart, I want to do it, but there's like so many people doing it. So I like, don't want to do it. Like, forget that. Do you know how big this world is? Do you know how many different tastes people have? They can see something at your business and at my business. We have the same business, but I got something special that they want over here, and you got something special they want over there. So they're going to get from me and from you. Look how we shared. Look how nice that was.
That's so nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the world is large enough for all of us. So if you focus on yourself and you put energy, effort, intent, and genuine like drive, motivation behind something you want to make a reality, you can do that. You can do that.
Huge. Everything
will go according to plan because you're meant to do it. But you have to show intent. You can't keep talking. I've been talking. I was tired of talking. I'm getting old, tired of talking. You know, my daughter's growing up in front of my eyes. That's how I know I'm getting old. And I'm like, I need to do something because I want to leave a legacy for my children. I want them to be able to be like, well, you know, I got a job. My mom got a business. I got a job. Let me see if she can get y'all like internships there or something. So, you know, at that point, my daughters are taking the initiative to utilize their legacy to open up doors for their peers. I'm trying to leave a mark.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I don't say try. I'm going to leave a mark. Okay.
Back.
I am very well going to do so. And I think anyone who has an entrepreneur spirit, you better go for it. You do not want to be like 49 talking about something. You know what? I'm going to follow my dreams. Don't get me wrong. It's better late than never.
Yeah.
But if you halfway to 100 at 49 talking about something, I'm going to follow my dreams. You don't even get to enjoy your, you know, the riches and the spoils at that point.
Yeah.
You know? So if COVID, since COVID's going to be very well alive and well, and who knows where 2021 is going to take us.
Yeah.
If we ever have any downtime, I expect people to be making their dreams a reality.
Yeah.
If you need inspiration, as much as I hate to say this, go on TikTok. There's a lot of young kids doing exactly what they want to do during this downtime. Starting their own businesses, starting their own podcast, like starting workout classes, becoming a life coach.
So many.
You know, starting Zoom calls just to say you're there for one another. Just do something. If it makes your heart happy and you have been wanting to do it and you have the time, energy, space, and opportunity to do so, then get off your ass and get it done.
What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
Honestly. I mean, your time couldn't be any more free.
Right. Exactly. So
it's COVID-19. Your time couldn't be no more free.
Yep. And then you're going to look back on it in a couple of years and be like, I should have utilized that time.
See, and that's...
You don't want to have any regrets.
Why I didn't want.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't want. I didn't want to regret it. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, you know.
And was there anyone along the way that kind of was like trying to stop you or said, you know, this is stupid, don't do that?
So not so much this is stupid, but there, you know, there's negativity. There's always going to be negativity. People are always going to have something negative to say. I had somebody be like, don't you already like have a business? Yep. How about if I wanted 17, I could already have 17 and just want to open up an 18th business. You know, like I got a slick mouth. My comeback game is strong. So, you know, nothing like really penetrates the barriers, but you know, it's the audacity of it all for me.
Yes.
But even for me, having people just speak negatively, even if it's like something so small, it's like you have so much time on your hands that instead of utilizing that time for you, you gave it to me. So thank you. Your negativity just became positivity. Yeah. So you're helping, you're aiding in my success.
Yep.
So thank you. And then they get mad. So you're not even... No, I don't care.
No.
Nothing anyone can say is going to stop me from doing what I want to do with my life. Why? Because my inspiration and my motivation behind my determination to succeed is my children. Yes. I'm absolutely determined to leave a legacy for them. And it's not going to change. Never. God himself could somehow turn into a burning bush and be like, Diamond, I need you up here. And we're like, sir, not today. No, I can't. I'm busy. I'm too busy building my future.
You're like,
sorry. You know, so priorities.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Occupado. Okay.
That's huge. Yeah. Oh my God, my hair stuff just fell. Sorry. She did not want to play today.
You saw what my desk looked like with all my makeup stuff.
Oh my God. It's
trying not to clean while I'm talking to you.
Oh, hey, it's okay. I understand. So can you like...
You know, as girls, we take out all our stuff.
Oh, yeah. Can you like describe your like average like work day when you're working like for your business?
Yes. So I get up when my kids get up, unfortunately. So I'm like typically up like 6:30.
Wow.
And well, mom life. So I get my kids like situated. They're pretty much self-maintained, but they're still children. My oldest starts school around like 8:15, 8:30, and then once she's in school, I go over my recipe, my agenda first, and then if I have to make any products, I'll go over my recipes. I'll do my mise en place, which is just like everything in its place to prepare before I start doing my trials. And it really depends on the day, you know. Sometimes I have to package my inventory. Sometimes I have to price it. Sometimes I have to adjust the site. It just really depends on like the flow of the day. If it's beautiful outside and I have to take pictures, then I'll stop whatever I'm doing. The moment I see the sun, I'll set up my little studio thing and I'll take my product pictures. And I'm like, okay, well, the sun went behind a cloud. I'm gonna hop back to what I was doing over here. But there's always something to do. And I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself because I've been like planning this for months. Well, since the beginning of the year. And I launched initially, and I had like such an overwhelming like success, like sold out of everything, and I was like because I only make small batches, like I didn't
Right. That's
expect
yeah.
the reaction I got, so I was like, oh, start all
Yeah.
over.
Everyone acted so quick.
So
I was like, need some for the rest of us. Damn. I'm like,
so these past few months, listen, these past few months have been crazy because I've created new formulas, and I have so many new products. I'm so excited to launch them, and it's just a lot because I'm doing everything by myself. Like I have to make labels, and they have to be accurate, and that's trial and error. And then I have to buy packaging, and I can't rush people to send my stuff and have it be here, in a timely fashion, especially with like it. So it's like I'm doing as much as I can on my end, but then there's so many things out of control in on other ends, and it's like once we meet in the middle, then that's my opportunity, to go and make things happen. But I can only do so much.
yeah.
But it has just been great. It's been great, and I'm so looking forward to this, my next launch that I've been postponing forever. I haven't even had time to be on Instagram. Y'all don't even see me like that. I've had so many of my people like, I'm sorry, are you done? Are you on live? You're not posting. And I'm like, if I had time to post, I would. I do not. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not messing up on my business because I'm investing time into social media. Like, it's not a bad thing, but like when I'm like all set and ready to go, then I'll utilize that time to market and utilize social media. But it's a trap, and I don't do being trapped. So Instagram's a trap, TikTok's a trap, all the social media outlets are traps. They're traps. You get on there for one thing, and then something pop up, and you look at it and you start scrolling. It's like you get like locked into your phone, and then it'll be 1:00 when you start. By the time you're done, the sun's down. You're like, it's 6:00. I've only been looking at my phone for 7 minutes. No, it's been 6 hours since. Like, no, nope. So I try to not have my phone unless I absolutely have to. My computer is more attached to me than anything.
Yeah. It's tough. TikTok is whoo.
Oh, girl, you be killing it. Don't even.
Thank you.
You be on it. I don't got the patience. I look at that and I be like, okay, well, exit out of this. You be transitioning. I don't got the patience. You see, the most transition you'll get from me is like a fade or like like one of those. That's it. That's it. The fade into the back. Transition in and out. The star transition. That's all you get from me, huh?
Yep.
I can't keep up, honey.
Perfect. Love that. Oh my God. I love it. Oh. She said, Mom.
Yeah. She said, she's on the phone.
Heathens. I know, my nieces.
They've been so good. I'm impressed.
So proud of them. They gonna rule the world one day.
I'm very impressed.
Yes.
Fingers crossed. They have to. Listen, I'm too strong for all of us. They need to take some of this strength and go apply it. It makes some real change. Because at this point, I'm outdated. I'm an outdated Black woman. They're the next generation. So handle that. Well, you're the next generation, but you know what I mean. They gotta go.
She said handle that.
They have more power in the future than we do right now.
Oh yeah.
So
that's so true. Very, very true. I feel like you answered like all my questions like already.
I probably did. I'm just that on it.
You're just so.
I'm not that on it at all.
Oh, this is a good one.
Let me hear it.
In this world today, why do you think it's important for everyone to shop more Black-owned brands?
Oh my God, because if it weren't for Black people spending money, no one would have any business. It's simple. Black people like to spend money.
It's true.
It's simple. They're We are a small population of the country, but we spend money, and we spend money anywhere we want to spend money. And I think it's like Black people make up, what is it, 1.2 trillion of like the shopping base for like the amount of money spent shopping. It's excessive. If it's 1 point anything,
A little much.
you gotta rely, you heavily rely on Black people to support you. So how hard is it to support us? You know, it's like, if you got one girl over here doing lashes, cool. You got one white girl over here doing lashes, you got a Black girl over here doing lashes. The lashes look the same. The white girl is cheaper, the Black girl is more expensive. Y'all don't want to support the Black girl because she's more expensive. The white girl's cheaper, but you got a pink eye because you went to her. But if you went over here and paid the money, you would have got exactly what you paid for. And pristine customer service. People devalue Black businesses because we price our products and our services for what we're worth.
That is something I've seen. Great. I mean, even the woman I go to get my hair curly cut the first time ever, like, I don't, like, when I told like the price of like what I paid, which was like not a lot. I think she charged me like $65, which is really good for all my hair. Cutting it, and it's the first time I ever got it done. Really good. I thought that was a really good price because I'm used to seeing prices like that. But when I tell people, they're like, for a haircut, I'm like, you have no clue. You have zero clue of the things she has had to go through to get here. And like, hello, she's no support but herself and her Black family along the way, or Spanish. I think she's Dominican, but I know another girl that does it, and who else supports her? Her and her Black family. It's like, how are you gonna want a curly cut and you want to pay $20 for it? When she's been training for over a year to do your hair. Girl, pay their worth and don't argue. It's crazy.
It's very disheartening, and I feel like it shouldn't be hard to support a Black business. You shouldn't see color when you look at a business regardless. You should look at the business and be like, okay, well, this is cute. I like this product. This looks like it'll do the job. This sounds like this could be something that's beneficial to me. You shouldn't look at the site and be like, oh, snap, let me see. Is there an about that? Like, who about? Oh, she a Black woman? Nope. Let me go to ashleyb.com. I don't know.
Accurate.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, thank you for coming but not making a purchase. Business not appreciated. But for me, there should be no support white people, support Black people. There should just be support. And it shouldn't be so hard for people to just comprehend that if you're able to support a white person, you should be able to support a Black person. Why don't you take the time to educate yourself on their business, see what they have to offer, see if anything that they have is something that could be beneficial to your life or anyone you know. Gift that to someone, tell someone about their site, like, help. Support. Like, support can be free. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to make a purchase. Like, if you are, a white person and you see like something on Instagram that a Black woman is modeling and like, oh, I like this. In your head, if you're saying you're like that, that's good, girl. But why don't you be a real one and support? Why don't you post it to your stories? Why don't you repost it to your Instagram? Why don't you put it on Snapchat? Why don't you share it on Twitter? Why don't you just simply say, I like this? Comment, say, I like this. Why don't you double tag heart that? It's simple. Why don't you give a thumbs up on Facebook? Like, you don't have to always purchase something to show support. Like, a little goes a long way, but you have to start somewhere. The problem is people aren't willing to start anywhere. They would much rather just see you and be like, cute. Can you? And it's like, that's not helping me. You're not supporting me. But AshleyB.com got new lace bralettes. You want to double tag? This is so cute. I need this. Like, come on, sis.
Spread the
Support everyone.
Yeah.
You know, like
share.
People don't like sharing.
Exactly.
People don't like sharing. They don't like sharing. That's the problem.
They don't. You're right. Absolutely ridiculous.
My cheeks look so rosy. Am I going through it? Oh my God, hello. My skin looks great, but then it looks like I got makeup. It looks like I have makeup on, but this fluorescent lighting. So what are you gonna do?
I know this lighting is killing me. I'm like,
my forehead is slowly melting, but you know, that's life.
So I have one last question for you.
Yeah.
What is your advice for adolescents transitioning into adulthood in general?
Oh my God. Again, it's a piece of cake. It can be difficult, don't get me wrong. Like, I come from crazy, wild, humble beginnings. But your life is what you make it. Just because you went through trials and tribulations in your younger years and you're going through a lot transitioning into adulthood, once you hit 18, that life that you make for yourself is yours. There's no controlling from parents unless you're still in the house. There's no, you can't go to college unless you didn't apply yourself to make that a possibility. There is no, I can't work because you're legal, you're grown and you can. There is no, I need help. No, you don't. Stand on your own 2 feet, be an adult. Like, it's possible.
Yeah.
And if you have people in your environment, in your family, in your circle that are willing to help you along the way, that's great. But at some point, if you don't learn to get a grasp on your own life and be able to stand 10 toes down in your own feet, on your own feet, and in who you are, is always going to be a struggle. But it is a lot easier than people give it credit for. You just have to want it. You have to want to learn the ins and outs of learning what it is to be an adult. Because it's not necessarily jumping out of your teens and you're like, oh my God, now I'm an adult. No, because when you're 18, you're still 18, you know? And typically you're like just graduating high school. You're like, oh, I get the summer before I have to start college. Then that fall you start college, and then you still have your 19. When you're 20, you're an adult out of your teens. When you're 21, that's a staple, because you're either typically out of college or you're just fully finding yourself, or you're realizing that your future is brighter than you gave yourself credit for. But adolescent years are only what you make them. You know, if you're serious about going to college, apply yourself, because that's going to matter. You know, if you want to go to tech school, do what you need to do to make sure you can get in there.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to just start a business straight out of high school, do that. But anything you do coming out of adolescence is going to be scary, but it's life.
Right.
It's life.
Yay. Well, thank you so much for answering my questions again.
Yes.
Being the queen you are.
Thank you. You're a queen.
Oh, thank you. I try.
No, girl, we were born queens, literally.
Literally. Period. Queen, you tell them. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you having me. This was great.
Yes.
I always love talking to you, girl. This was awesome.
I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned a little thing or two, and I hope you guys are inspired to start doing your own thing, creating your own self-brand, and creating a business if your heart desires. Anyone can do it if you have the passion and the drive like Diamond does. And, you know, for me, I loved, you know, making this podcast so far. Like we were kind of discussing in the episode about, you know, that 6-month period, or, you know, that month period where we were on lockdown. Sorry, not 6-month period. We've kind of just, you know, been in lockdown since March. But, you know, in that period when we were doing nothing, when we were locked down at home, really important to make sure that you find something you love. Make sure you are, you know, doing self-care through this hard time. it is getting into the holiday season. You know, be with your family and friends if you feel safe to do so. And, you know, we probably will see, well, according to Biden's plan, we will see hopefully a full lockdown. We've never done a full lockdown. It was like more of a half one. Again, sorry for the yelling. But we probably will have a 4 to 6 week one. That's what it says. That's what everyone's been saying. That's what the plan says. So if we do, make sure you listen to this episode again and get inspired to build your own brand, build your own business, and really do what you want to do. Follow your heart. You can do it. But yeah, that being said, I am very excited to help you guys keep growing on into your potential. To also do so, if you want to give us a rating wherever you are listening to your podcast, that would be great. Any feedback is amazing feedback. But yes, we cannot wait to help you grow into your potential. This is Jasmine with the Adult Algorithm, signing off. Bye. Bye, YouTube. Missed you lots, but peace out.